Hey, what's going on YouTube? Up on your screen is weddingwire.com. WeddingWire is a wedding planning website. It has lots of resources for those of you who are planning weddings, everything from venues and caterers to DJs and bands and photographers. All located here with reviews and forums with suggestions and people asking advice of each other. So why am I talking about weddingwire.com? Well, the reason is because I got engaged in December. So part of being engaged now is, of course, planning the wedding. And I was looking for tools to help make planning a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful. And Wedding Wire is one of the first results that I got when I was searching for tools. And it's been really great tool to use. I've been using it for a couple months now, and it's just invaluable in the amount of information you can get all in one place. So I'm gonna jump in and go to my dashboard. Just go to my wedding and then click on dashboard. And here we have counter telling me how many days until my wedding. Also, there's a checklist which you can add and remove items to the checklist, but we've completed 3 items on our checklist. We've spent $2,000 of our budget so far, and the guests, we're still not done with our guest list, but we've invited 5 guests so far. And this is just a nice overview of basically the big picture of your wedding, what you've done, what needs to get done. On the dashboard itself, there's some reminders, there's some tasks it gives you to do. Again, you can edit these if you feel that you don't need these things in your checklist, or you can add things that may not be in the checklist already. So that's pretty nice. It's kind of like having your own personal wedding assistant without actually having to hire a wedding assistant. Some of the other tools, if I go back under my wedding, the wedding website, you can create a website and include a URL in your invitations or save the dates. And basically, this is just if you want to create a website with photos of yourself and your future spouse, a little story about yourselves. Checklist, again, as I said, things that need to get done, things you have done, budget, how much you want to spend, how much you spent. My vendors is a great tool for comparing and creating a list of, say, your wedding venues. You've got like a top three. You can put the top three vendors in here and just have them in one place so you can go back to and look at them or add vendors as you need them. Guests and seating. This is a really important part of planning weddings, so I've been told. But once you add people to the guest list, that will populate the seating chart, and then you can start using the online tool to create your seating chart if you want to do that. And from what I've heard, that can be pretty a hectic and stressful thing to do. So this just makes it a lot easier for you to do. Inspiration boards are kind of like Pinterest. If you have photos of ideas that you like, you can upload them to your inspiration board, share them with friends, and get comments and feedback from your friends that you've shared it with. And then Binder is just kind of a catch-all for other things you may want to put in here, notes, pictures, what have you. Up here, one of the first tabs you have is the vendors tab. If I click on that, you can pick from various categories. See, I'll just leave it on there and hit search since I'm in San Antonio. You can see it pops up with some suggestions. And one of the great things about this is the reviews that you get, and you can kind of read what other people's experiences have been with these venues. And also, you may find venues that you didn't even consider or know about. So this is a really nice feature. Again, it's not just for venues. Go back to this tab real quick. You can see we've got bands, beauty and health, catering, etc., etc. Just a ton of vendor categories. And if there's a vendor that's not in here that you found, you can add your own custom vendor as well and have them in the list of your vendors. Events is basically just a list of bridal shows that are in the area. Forums is what it is, just wedding forums, so you can talk to other brides to be or grooms to be, get advice, give advice, etc., etc. Photos is really cool. This weekend, my fiance is going to go try on dresses, and dress galleries is just a collection of dresses that people have put up there or that vendors have featured. And this is a great way to get ideas to see what you like. If you see something you like, you can save it to your inspiration board. So that's pretty cool. Songs is a really neat feature. This basically has the parts of the ceremony divided up. where music should be, and then people post suggestions of what they've used, and then others can review or comment on those songs that have been suggested. So pretty cool. Registry, you can create a registry through several vendors on here on the site. Honeymoons gives you ideas of where to take a honeymoon. More, you can find deals on honeymoons, wedding venues, wedding DJs. Just basically it changes all the time, so this is a good tab to check periodically and just see what kind of deals you can find. And then blogs, you can read people's blogs or start your own blog if you choose to. And again, this is nothing you need to do, but it's there, it's nice. And then again, wedding dresses is back to photos of wedding dresses, which is a big part of that day. One of the other cool things, we'll do the drop down again, is there's some applications for you. I have the Android app on my phone. I'm going to jump into that in a second. My fiance has the iPhone app on her phone. Both of them are pretty identical. So the video that I show of the app applies to Android and iPhone for the most part. And then of course a Facebook app if you and then of course a Facebook app if you are a Facebook heavy centric person and you just like sharing everything on Facebook, there's a Facebook app for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out and jump into the mobile app so you can see how that looks. Okay, so here we have the mobile app on my Android device. Again, as I said, this is also available for iPhone, iOS devices. Basically, what this gives you is quick vendor search. Go ahead and tap on that. You can see we've got all the categories of vendors that are available on the site. And of course, tapping on one gives you the list as well as any reviews that may be available. You can read them from the site. And then one of the nice things is you can email or call the vendor directly from the app itself. So that's pretty cool. Go back. Again, you could select your dashboard, gives you an overview. This is intended to be a quick look just while you're on the go. So again, not the full featured site, but still useful information. Let me go back. Of course, you can check your budget, and then you can check your checklist and check things off. This is nice if you're out and about and running errands and you're taking care of things as you go along. You can just take care of this as you're out and about. This is Wedding Wire. It is the largest wedding network site in the US and Canada based on visitors, and it's just growing and growing. 2 million views a month, and it's got over 500,000 reviews, so you know you're going to get a good amount of reviews for the venues you're looking at, the caterers you're looking at, what have you. So again, if you're planning a wedding, I definitely suggest giving Wedding Wire a look. It's been a good tool for myself and my fiance to use, and hopefully it's a good tool for you to use as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up top. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for me, feel free to send me a message here on my YouTube channel or on my homepage or on Facebook or Twitter. Until then, good luck planning your wedding, and I hope you enjoy using Wedding Wire. Until next time, take care.